Welcome to day 3 of the AWA Product Showcase. We have another 15 plus products to go through today, and we have some amazing new products, enhancements to existing products, and products that maybe you've never even heard about. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started with today's show. Each year we have a few products from outside the United States, and this is an absolute winner as dealers all across Europe are finding new ways to help their sales associates be more effective on the phone. The Call Drip call coaching platform is the most advanced call coaching platform I've ever seen, integrated with a real-time dashboard of calls, how agents are handling those calls, and real-time alerts when the consumer and the sales associate are on the phone to allow managers to jump in and save a call. We already know that, sales coaching is, not as exciting as it once was, but it's so critical as we bring new people into the dealership. They need to know how to drive to that appointment and answer the consumer's questions. But when you have 10, 15, or 20 sales associates, you know that people are not taking the time to listen to those calls. So the Call Drip call coaching platform alerts managers on calls that are not being handled properly, allows those calls to be replayed and used as a coaching and learning process for a complete sales enrichment program. But don't take my word for it. You got to take a look at the highlights from the AWA video presentation to our research team, and I'm sure you'll see how powerful this platform really is.
Audio coaching helps salespersons to improve their phone skills and gain more results out of their leads. Let's take a look at the regular sales funnel. Before we are able to sell the car, there's a whole process that takes place. Marketing generates the leads, and in a traditional dealership, we need these to convert into showroom appointments to be able to sell the car. The challenge these days is the visibility in the effort of the sales agents. 10 years ago, we generated visibility through advertising. So the buyer came to several dealerships to compare different cars and then made the decision where he was going to buy his next car. Nowadays, the customer journey has changed. Online, the customer can find whatever information he's searching for. This makes it much harder to gain the interest of the customer to come to your showroom. To be able to coach the salesperson on the specific subject, we have a tool named Call Drip, and I will explain to you how it works. To be able to coach, we need the conversations and the outcome, the missed opportunities. We receive the leads from a system you are already working with. These leads connect to Call Drip. Call Drip is our rapid response tool. It brings a sales agent in contact with his leads within seconds after the application. Call Drip registers inbound and outbound phone calls with the purpose to measure the effort the sales agent is doing to get in contact with the customer, and also whether he's able to make an appointment in the showroom to close the deal. By recording the calls and scoring them on different KPIs, we are able to monitor the user performance. So in the dashboard, we can see how many calls did the sales agent answer. Did he have an actual conversation with the customer, or was it a voicemail? Was it a sales opportunity? And if so, did he make an appointment? We can establish where the training is needed. We are also able to see what kind of leads the sales agent is answering. You can imagine that the different sources have a different scoring opportunity. For example, an application for a test drive is more likely to immediately convert in an appointment than an inquiry for a brochure. So we have to take that into consideration. To be able to coach the calls, we need the scoring. So scoring gives us insight in the missed opportunities, the actual conversations that could have led to an appointment but didn't. Because the coaching is individual, we are able to coach on specific needs. So one sales agent can have an issue with his tonality, the other one lacks the confidence to sell the appointment or doesn't ask the right questions. We can coach on every aspect of the conversation. The goal is to help sales agents to use the right words and ask the right questions to set the appointment. Whenever a call has been coached by audio, the sales agent as well as his manager receives a notification by mail or text. This way, everyone is aware of the newly available audio coaching. Let's listen to one of these audio coachings.
Hi, Camry. Let's discuss this phone call in a little bit more detail. Remember, to do a proper introduction, we need to let the customer know what dealership we are calling from. You did a good job of telling them your name, but you forgot to mention what dealership. Remember, internet leads may not know exactly what dealership's calling them back if they've submitted multiple leads. You did a good job verifying the vehicle of interest and the lead source they found it on, so great job there. Remember, when we transition into the feature inquiry to find out why they're interested in this vehicle, we need to make some sort of statement that we're going to make sure this one is still available. We also should find out what it was about this vehicle that caught their interest. You spent too much time giving details on that one particular vehicle and not asking the customer enough questions about what it was that caught their attention. The other thing this eliminates you from being able to do is ask them if they've considered anything else to open up your options for more opportunities for appointment sets. You forgot to ask the customer what they're currently driving, so this doesn't give us a chance to find out about their trade and be able to express interest in that trade and let them know that we would love an opportunity to do a free professional appraisal. That happens at your dealership. When we transition into asking for the appointment, please remember to give them a couple of options. On this particular call, you asked them what time they wanted to come in. Remember, giving two options makes it much easier to guide the customer to a designated time. Things like, can you come in now or later today? If that doesn't work, what about tomorrow? Also remember to ask them if mornings or afternoons work better for them, and then give them two time options once you've narrowed it down. It makes it much easier for the customer to mentally visualize coming into your dealership. The last thing that we'll touch on is selling the dealership. Again, throughout the whole call, I have no idea what dealership you're even calling from. So remember, we want to state the dealership at the beginning. We want to finish strong on the call by selling your VIP experience and the reason that your customers love buying from you and why you guys are the #1 Toyota dealership in the state.
What are the actual benefits for managers as well as sales agents to use the audio coaching? Let's consider this kind of training in terms of a sponge. When you pour an entire glass of water on the sponge in one time, only a little bit will be absorbed. But if you pour on the water drop by drop, almost all of the water will be absorbed. Audio coaching is like learning drop by drop, every day a little bit better. It's a non-confronting way of coaching, and the sales agent can listen to the coaching everywhere and anywhere he wants. Every coaching only takes 2 or 3 minutes, so it's easy to remember and to implement in the next conversation, and it's a personalized coaching on his own needs. There are also some great benefits for the sales manager, because he can see in the dashboard by tags how the calls are scored. He can also listen to each individual call recording in audio coaching. He can also check whether the sales agent actually listens to the calls and coachings. And on top of that, it helps him to understand how to coach his sales agents to improve on their sales results. Every sales agent is always short on time, so extensive training means they lack time to sell cars. Listening to an audio coaching takes 3 minutes at the most. And instead of general subjects, a sales agent gets personal tips on how to improve these conversations. Also, the investment is much smaller as the audio coaching has a cost per call. How many calls we coach depends on the needs of the sales agents and the wish of the dealership. And there's a steep learning curve. So as you heard, there are a lot of advantages for as well managers and sales agents to use the audio coaching. So are you ready to coach your sales agents on a daily basis?
The DCDW Call Drip Call Coaching Platform is a breakthrough in innovative ways to use call coaching, real-time dashboards, and analytics to improve sales outcomes. This is the perfect platform for OEM-managed websites and dealer websites. And if you want more information, just go to calldrip.com. I'm very excited to have a breakthrough training platform in this year's AWA consideration set. Dealers have tried training methodologies over the years, but most of them have failed to create sustainable change. How many times have you called in a sales coach? Everyone's really revved up, but 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days later, well, the sales team fall back into the same habits. What I love about the Quantum 5 platform is that they've reimagined training. That's right. Sales training, to be sustainable, has to be something that the learner wants to engage in. But most importantly, it has to be a safe space. If a learner or a sales associate or someone in your service drive are looking at training as Big Brother watching them, well, you can imagine why those sales training methodologies have failed. But when you make the learning process fun and interactive and safe, meaning the manager doesn't see how much the person has completed on any one day, it creates a safe space for learning. Now, some managers say, no, I want to watch, I want to hold my team accountable. Don't worry, the Quantum 5 platform is absolutely proven to achieve the results that dealers want. In fact, they even guarantee those change management results, but don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at the highlights from the Quantum 5 platform that was shared with us at the AWA review process.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking a minute to listen to us talk about our favorite thing, Quantum 5s. So, I so appreciate Brian Pash and his team allowing us a chance to share our journey with you. And really, I thought the easiest way to start today is to tell you a little bit about why we cared and why you might care. Because I figure if I don't pass that test, not much else will matter today. So really simply, for me, it came down to, after 30 years of being part of the problem, I decided that learning in automotive was broken and should be changed. There's good people in it, don't get me wrong, but for sure, learning in automotive is event-based, it is cult of personality-based sometimes, it is maybe at best a stale YouTube channel with videos from years ago. And through watching what happened in our industry in the last few years, I came to the conclusion that there was a way to do it better. I got with my partner, my good friend and co-founder, Ken Herforth. We decided to create something that was for the learner that would allow them to keep learning after they went to a training event. Our difference really simply comes down to a few things. I think number one, it comes down to the fact that we impact culture in your dealership. And we do that because we start different than traditional training. See, we start everything with data and customization. We start with a tool we built that has science behind it called the Quantum Skills Snapshot. The Quantum Skills Snapshot has been designed for 5 different roles in a dealership, but fundamentally what it does is it gives us the ability to measure where are your people today in the skills that make modern retail work, no matter what your job is in a dealership. It is backed by the science of skill development and not just trying to get them to memorize steps or process. It is backed by the idea that says, if we measure before we train your people and we design a way to customize, then guess what can happen? We can show up at your dealership ready to make a difference. We show up and we know your market, we know your culture, we know your process, instead of being that training company that says, look, we know everything, even though we never sold cars in your town. We also built into it accountability. We start with data about your people's performance. Before we ever get there, we ask for the key metrics you look at and the metrics you want to move in your people. Because a foundation for us is, how are we going to deliver an ROI for you? How are we going to be accountable to you is not negotiable for us. To make it all happen, we had to create something that had never been deployed. And that's where my partner Ken came in. We created 3 things to work in concert together. We created a human role called a community manager, because community is foundational to how we connect with your people after we leave your dealership. Community is how we engage in literally video role play, literally phone calls, literally communication in our technology that I'll share with you in a second. Next, we created a human role called a community architect. They're at your store every quarter. They're on the phone with your management team monthly, setting goals and digesting data about how your people are doing. And we wrapped all of that with the technology that had never been deployed in automotive before, the Quantum 5 app, an app designed to allow your people to take compelling, snackable journeys, to learn a little bit at a time, but to do it in a way that is very different. You see, you're going to meet Disney quality animation. You're going to meet audio streams. You're going to meet video streams. And all of it is going to be directed at, how do I get better at my work in the dealership? Whether I'm a BDC person, a salesperson, a service advisor, a leader, or whether this is working on how do we have a better culture of amazing customer experiences. Our foundation addresses the human skills your people need. The human skills that make your process work by building trust and credibility, by finding out people's needs, by building value, by knowing how to address objections without a fight, by knowing how to build lifetime value with people so they actually come back. So we put all of those things together in a way that causes your team to want to keep playing. We did it also in a way, though, that promises them privacy. So we do things different at Quantum in a blend of a personal coach, if you will, in this community manager, community architect environment, along with a technology that makes your people go, I'm winning, I'm having fun, I'm getting points. Today, in our current world, we address the sales role. We address the challenges your service team is having. We address the retention problems or pressure you're getting from your OEM about, we've got to keep our customers, with a service BDC program unlike any in the industry. We address the leadership challenge that your managers have about, how do I keep these good people? People are hard to find today and always have been. And what I care about a lot is that we impact your culture in ways that meet your needs, that help you in your goal to create profitable, amazing experiences with all of your guests. I hope you enjoy taking a look at what Quantum does. And thanks for spending some time listening.
Presenting the Quantum 5 mobile app, the perfect companion in building frictionless customer experiences. After you complete your first in-person learning experience with our team, you'll enter the Quantum 5 world by receiving a text inviting you to download the app. Follow the steps from that link to download the app and verify your phone number. Then you're in. You'll then receive a congratulatory message and an introduction from Dave O'Brien, CEO of Quantum 5. Next, you'll select your social style, or you can take a quick assessment to determine it again. Once you choose your avatar, you're ready to get started. You must complete one card of each social style before you can unlock more personalized journeys. Next, we take you to the dashboard of the app, your one-stop source for all the information you need about your current progress, news, or daily quick tiles. Quick tiles are customizable tidbits of knowledge, quotes, or maybe a question to help you think about interactions you've had during your day. You can even configure the app to send you quick tiles during the day, to help you get engaged in the morning or to reflect on your day in the evening. Learnings are grouped into cards that have beautiful art to help you visually catalog your achievements. You can collect and eventually share these cards with your colleagues if you find one useful or memorable. You can see the progress of all your active cards right here on the dashboard. When you're ready to jump back in, simply select your card. You can tap to access your activities and track your progress, or see a summary of the character where you can also record notes personally related to the social style type. Here's an example of a video scenario. The video is presented, and the user can select the answer to progress to the next question. You can even turn your device sideways to see the video in full screen.
I've never driven a Raptor before.
Learnings on the card vary. This can be as simple as asking a multiple-choice question, or as complex as a video scenario with multiple questions about the scenario. Community managers can send newsfeed items to your device. They're shown in chronological order with the most recent article first. When the article is no longer relevant, like an announcement of an event, it will automatically disappear from your feed. You can tap the View All button to see an expanded view of all the newsfeed items available. Depending on where you are on your learning journey, you might be able to start a new card. These cards will be shown in this section in stacks. Based on which card you choose, you can progress forward in your journey, or you can stay at this level and learn more about the current or previous topics. As mentioned earlier, once you have completed one card from each social style, more cards will become available. We're constantly creating new content, which will be distributed to members based on the journeys they're on. You'll receive a push notification when new cards are added to your journeys, so you can keep on learning. Your completed cards are always available for you to review. Help is a tap away. The Support tab opens an ongoing private chat between you and your community managers to help you with any issues you're experiencing. This concludes our quick tour of the Quantum 5 mobile app. Thank you for watching.
I hope you can see from the highlights of the Quantum 5 presentation that the community manager with the community architect and the Quantum 5 app creates a unique opportunity for learning, customized content for the dealership, and a learning strategy that is sustainable, fun, and effective. If you need more information on this amazing learning platform, go to quantum5.ai. We all know that text messaging is way more effective than email marketing, yet so many dealers are leaning on their CRM's email delivery to connect with consumers. Yes, dealers are training their sales associates to use the phone, but how many times do you pick up a phone when you don't recognize the phone number? But the great thing about text messaging is that you see the message, and if that message is engaging, you'll take action more than an email or an anonymous phone call. And that's where this product shines. Dealers who have a BDC but know that they have more leads than they can handle, or doesn't want to invest in a BDC and knows that their round-robin sales process isn't reaching all of the customers that have come through third-party leads or their website, well, Dealer Funnel could be the solution. Over a course of 100 days, Dealer Funnel will send up to 39 unique customized messages. And when the customer is ready to engage, those engaged consumers are then transferred to a live sales associate. What we're looking to do in this platform is leverage technology, preferred customer communication methods to create a higher level of engagement with the people who submit a lead. Remember that if you honestly look at the data, you're lucky to have two-way conversations with 50 or 60% of the leads that come into your CRM. The other 40%, well, sales associates get bored or just tired of chasing ghosts. So why not let technology work in your favor? But don't take my word for it. Let's look at highlights from the Dealer Funnel presentation to the AWA research team so you can see just for yourselves how effective managed automated text messaging could be to supplement your existing sales process.
Dealerships across the country are spending tens of thousands of dollars every month to reach car buyers. And there are more ways now than ever to generate leads. But what's happening to these leads? These customers expect instant responses, but most dealerships aren't instant. At Dealer Funnel, we use our lead nurturing software to connect instantly with these customers through SMS and Facebook Messenger. Using a text message first approach, your team or our highly trained agents can then take over the conversation to gather important details and set appointments. Some of your leads may be ready to buy today, but some may take a little more time, and we'll continue to follow up until they're ready. We do this with texting for a number of reasons, but the most obvious being the overwhelming difference in how often a text is read and responded to versus any other form of communication. Studies show a 98% open rate on text messages and a 43% response rate compared to an 8% response rate on email. So we decided to communicate with leads in a way that they prefer. Now let's look at some of the efficiencies the Dealer Funnel has created. During live conversations, agents are able to remove human error by planning ahead. With our scheduled messages feature, you can be proactive with your leads for short and long-term follow-up, giving you confidence and accountability at the moment. If efficiency had a definition inside of Dealer Funnel, it would start with scheduled messages and pick up with our appointment scheduler. With just a few clicks, you can schedule an appointment, send out a confirmation text, as well as schedule both a reminder and a follow-up to make sure each appointment is handled with consistency. Inside of our appointment scheduler, you may determine if this is an in-person or phone appointment. From there, you can customize the date, time, and message being sent. Once you save the appointment, it will push over the lead information to the CRM via the ADF designated for the dealership. Continuing with efficiencies, let's look at our Google Maps integration. This allows us to send quick, easy-to-use directions to customers. Using one of our quick-click shortcuts, we will deliver a link that opens Google Maps with the dealership address embedded inside the message. The customer opens the link and receives step-by-step directions right to the dealership. It's just one more way to assist the customer and make it easy to find the dealership. If being efficient was cool, consider us Miles Davis. With our saved replies, you are able to quickly move through leads with messages that have been tried and tested. You can quickly search through them to get the response you need in a timely manner. This also helps keep your messaging consistent, regardless of who is sending them. With labels, you can quickly identify important topics of interest for a lead. They are instrumental in helping create relevant and actionable messaging when sending out text blasts as well. For leads that want to start the buying process before coming to the store, there is a quick click button that will provide a link to the dealer's credit app, digital retailing tool, or any other third-party tool that a dealer might use. All right, let's discuss the elephant in the room, compliance. Being compliant and following both the FCC and TCPA guidelines is our #1 priority. We have options for both single and double opt-ins depending on comfort level and inbound lead type, and we supply compliant opt-out messaging as well. The system is even designed to remove a user's ability to text once an opt-out takes place, thus protecting the dealership from human errors. With all these conversations you'll be having, you'll want to have a place for notes. Use notes to tag a teammate or to simply make note of a thought or an important part of a conversation. Notes are never visible to the leads. Okay, let's talk about blasts. When you want to mass communicate to your leads, we provide text blasts. Dealers take advantage of blasts by communicating things like upcoming holiday specials, community events, and most importantly, as a tool to generate traffic when things are slow. Filters like lead source and labels are available to customize audiences, ensuring the right message goes to the right people. What better way to fill up your showroom on a Saturday than to simply text your leads and invite them in? Remember, these are leads you have spent thousands of dollars to get. You owe it to yourself to message every single one of them. At the beginning of this demo, we mentioned lead nurturing. This is where our funnels come into place. Not only do we provide pre-made funnels for a variety of lead sources, we also allow dealers to build out their own customized funnels as well. Funnels are designed to provide the ultimate in follow-up and efficiency. Most dealers don't follow up well with leads after a week or so, but with funnels, we automate the lead follow-up process, taking the heavy lifting away from the dealer. And once leads re-engage, they go right to the top of the awaiting response queue. Thanks for taking the time to learn more about Dealer Funnel. Send us a text from our website at dealerfunnel.com to schedule a full demo. We won't forget to follow up.
I hope you saw from the video there's great potential for you to increase the sales opportunities that you have existing in your CRM today that your team, well, couldn't leverage because of maybe they have too many leads, or maybe they're just tired of chasing ghosts. Let technology do the heavy lifting for you to help you sell more cars in the digital age. If you'd like a demo of Dealer Funnel, just go to dealerfunnel.com and set up an appointment. This year, the AWA Awards have products that include the word AI that, well, really work. For years, everyone's been throwing around AI and machine learning, but it's been very hard to understand what that term means and how it would benefit a dealer. But this product by Proactive Dealer Solutions, a recognized name in outsourced BDC and call management, has really got our attention because as I've shared this product idea with dealers who weren't aware of it, they all admitted that even with their service BDC or even with their existing outsourced sales process, there are calls that are being missed, appointments that are not being scheduled, and they would love to have a stopgap measure. Whether you want Brook AI to handle all your service calls or as an overflow to your BDC, one thing that you should understand is you will get more booked appointments with higher customer satisfaction. In fact, at the recent Automotive CXO Summit in Nashville, we had a number of dealers who were using the product and all said this has been a win for their dealership. So don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at excerpts from the presentation that Proactive Dealer Solutions did on this breakthrough product, Brook AI.
If you run a service drive, you know these days first impressions matter. But when your advisors are tied up with inbound phone calls, they tend to neglect their other, more important duties. And did you know 75% of all service calls are frequently asked questions in routine requests? Still, the average dealer misses up to 30% of inbound calls, adding up to a ton of missed service opportunity and increased customer churn. 68% of callers actually go elsewhere if they can't get through, which means you could be losing $60,000 to $70,000 every month in service revenue simply from missing calls. So who will pick up? Introducing Brooke.
Hi there.
Your best service scheduling assistant. Brooke is the first intelligent digital voice assistant to answer, handle, and appoint all of your inbound service calls. Hiring Brooke means absolutely no call goes unanswered, boosting your customer satisfaction and reducing your overhead costs. And talking to Brooke is like talking to a friend, with human-level understanding and a friendly conversational voice. Her conversational intelligence is built on millions of actual service industry conversations, making her the easiest onboard you'll ever have. She can handle any volume of calls and follows your policies every step of the way, 24/7. That means even when the lights are off, Brooke is always on. You're probably asking, what about my specialized BDC? Even the best BDC can fall short. Unexpected volume, human error, and oversight can easily overload the system. By steering common requests and basic conversations to a smart digital assistant, you can keep your service advisors and technicians happy in your shop at optimum capacity. Hey, Brooke, why don't you tell them a bit more about yourself?
Absolutely. I collect all necessary customer and vehicle information, as well as determining the reason for servicing the vehicle. I welcome new customers and recognize returning customers while updating their profile. I work with customers to find the best day and time for their appointment while always following your policies. And I can make appointment changes on the fly, updating your scheduling tool in real time. Did I mention I can offer quotes for service and recommend the best service advisors for the job, and even arrange courtesy transportation? Finally, I know when a transfer is necessary, whether to a service advisor, roadside assistance, or a live agent. And I can do it without missing a beat.
You really do check all the boxes. Book with Brooke today. Visit Brooke.ai or call 866-942-1236. Finally, the perfect match.
Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Ellis with Proactive Dealer Solutions, and today we are introducing you to Brooke.ai. Our mission here at Proactive Dealer Solutions is to provide the best training and AI technology that revolutionizes the automotive customer experience, while also improving lead handling and increasing revenue for dealers. As we saw in the intro, Brooke is automotive's first digital voice assistant. She's capable of answering, handling, and appointing all of your inbound service calls in real time. Let's talk a little bit about voice technology. It's already been out there in the marketplace for a while. Chances are you've already interacted with one or various digital voice assistants before lunch today. In fact, forecasts suggest that by 2024, the number of digital voice assistants will reach 8.4 billion units. That's a number higher than the world's population. So the voice technology is here. Consumers are ready for it. Consumers trust it, right? They're spending their money with it, which is the highest form of trust. So the technology is here, the industry is here, and now the technology is ready specifically for the service industry, for automotive, specifically for handling your inbound service calls. Why is that important? Why did we build Brooke? When we looked at fixed operations, inbound calls are still by far the biggest lead source for repair orders. Even with your online scheduling tools, your chatbot, your texting tools, the average dealership is still today seeing between 60 and 65% of repair orders generated from the inbound call. And the average dealer today is still missing calls. Even with a service BDC, we're still seeing between 30 and 40% of service calls go unanswered during peak times, get lost, dropped, abandoned in transfer, abandoned on hold, and that can add up to thousands of dollars in lost revenue. More importantly, we have to ask, what are our customers experiencing? So Brooke is changing the customer experience through conversational AI. Brooke is the only DVA built specifically for the automotive service scheduling tool. Her unique conversational AI was developed by loading historical data from millions of real voice conversations within the automotive industry. This ensures that Brooke understands the context of what a customer is saying, and it takes her beyond just appointment offering and setting. Brooke has the ability to handle the unknown. How many different ways can a customer call in about an engine issue or about a noise in their car, right? Brooke understands the context in which questions are being asked and is able to respond accurately and efficiently. And talking to Brooke is like talking to a friend. She is not a bot. She is not a digital voice. She is a human talent recorded, dumped into our conversational AI. It sounds like you're talking to a friend. She also has that human understanding. When Brooke isn't able to get it, she also has human assist. Okay. So with the ability to book appointments 24 hours a day, even on holidays, and the ability to handle unlimited calls at once, Brooke becomes your best inbound service coordinator at scale. We've also developed Brooke with deep integration into your scheduling tools and your DMS. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But first, I wanted to listen together to a quick snippet of a real call with Brooke, so you can hear her conversational voice and her ability to offer and schedule appointments that not only work well for your customers, but for your shops. Note that Brooke is always going to follow your policies 100% of the time. And she's always going to be able to update your schedules in real time. So let's listen to that call now.
I have options for transportation I can offer you while your vehicle is being serviced. Note that if you choose just to drop your vehicle off, I can get you in up to 3 days sooner. So, would you like to drop off your vehicle, wait for it, or hear the transportation options I have?
Wait for it.
Great. I'll note that you'll be waiting while your vehicle is serviced. Feel free to enjoy our waiting room with Wi-Fi and coffee. Our first available appointment is on Monday, January 17th at 3:30 p.m. Feel free to take that one or just tell me when you'd like to bring it in.
I'll take it.
Hold on for just a moment. You're all set. We'll save you a seat in the waiting room on Monday, January 17th at 3:30 p.m. How else can I help you?
That's it.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Okay, so that call, the entirety of that call when you played all the way through is actually complete, and most of the calls that Brooke handles are completed in under 3 minutes. How's that for a customer experience? Unlike your checkbox and your texting tools, Brooke takes the effort away from the customer and completes the task efficiently and accurately. 39% of Americans cite lack of speed and efficiency as their #1 frustration when interacting with customer service representatives. And when it comes to service scheduling, human interaction is often slowed by the need to navigate through multiple platforms, and the experience is skewed by awkward silences, the need to repeat information, and it's just often a clunky experience. And that's what Brooke is here to solve. And unlike humans, Brooke never needs a day off. She doesn't call in sick, and she's always on. So with Brooke, you can reduce your overhead costs while also repurposing your valuable employees, your service advisors, and your agents to focus on revenue building tasks, to focus on the customers that are in the drive and the outbound revenue generating calls that are important to increase spend and profit for the dealership. One last thing I want to touch on is Brooke's Scheduler and Garage. This is the biggest update that Brooke has seen, and it allows you to integrate directly with the DMS, regardless of your scheduling tool. So that means that alongside your web-based scheduling tool, you can also customize the controls with Brooke, like appointment limits and shop capacity, transportation options, and all of those smart scheduling features that really optimize your individual shops. Check us out today. Give us a call. We'll do a full demonstration of Brooke for you, or visit www.brooke.ai. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
I hope you can see from the presentation that artificial intelligence is coming to the automotive industry in a very practical way. Voice assistants and the industry around voice-assisted technology is growing at a phenomenal rate as labor costs rise and consumers expect to be served on their first call. This is a product that fits exactly into the dealer's sales strategy and dealers who are looking to be more operationally efficient and less frustrated with how calls are handled at their dealership. So if you would like some more information about Brook AI, just go to proactivedealersolutions.com. Each year, we look forward to the Drive-Centric CRM presentation. Steve Ressler is one of the best presenters in the industry, and this year was no exception. We were wowed about how Drive-Centric CRM and the Drive-Centric Engagement and Automation Hub are changing the definition of what a CRM does. This platform continues to stay abreast with all the changes in automotive retail, including integrated messaging, video engagement, screen sharing, and deep integration to digital retailing tools. This is the modern day CRM and engagement platform that is leveraging automation and leveraging state-of-the-art dashboards. What we also love about the Engagement Hub and the automation behind it is that, well, automation can reach out to your customers via email or texting, especially those customers that have submitted leads and kind of gone cold. It's a thankless job to go after these opportunities, but thanks to automation this year, Drive-Centric's platform can save time by texting and emailing, using artificial intelligence and machine learning to create engagement. This gives your sales associates more time to work with the hand raisers. And if that consumer wants to engage via video, no problem. Drive-Centric has it. And do they want a text message? No problem. It's integrated. By having one unified customer record, dealership managers and sales associates can see the entire customer journey. Digital retailing lead? No problem. Sharing inventory? No problem. But don't take my word for it. So let's take a look at excerpts from this year's presentation to the AWA research team on the Drive-Centric CRM platform and their automation and engagement hub.
Welcome to the AWA Awards. This is Drive-Centric. My name is Steve Ressler, here to present the best sales process as well as conversational commerce in using Drive-Centric. So let's just dive right in here, because first thing we always want to talk about with any good CRM, you better have a great mobile app. So without further ado, you are looking at Drive-Centric, the mobile app right here, seeing what is going on within a pipeline format with your customers. Meaning, if you have customers that are two-way communicate with your salespeople, your BDC reps, they're in the engaged bucket. Your goal is to what? Well, so you better schedule an appointment, get them into the store so you can write them up numbers, sell them a car, and then get it out there burning gas. It's that simple. Move the customers through the pipeline, make it a game, you win it. All right, down below here, you will have push notifications when things are going on. So when your phone is asleep and you get that internet lead, you will have a number one here on that target, meaning you have one internet lead waiting. Next to it, though, is what's really important when it comes to conversational commerce. You need to be able to look at your customers that are talking to your store right now today. So imagine at this particular store, there's 9 customers that are texting and emailing. What we need to do is be better responders. And what I mean by that is let's just dive into one of these customers' conversations right here and see what's going on. Okay, so let's look at John NP at the very top here. When I click on this customer's record, I am now able to see a conversational view in chronological order, whether it's text, emails. I can see here there's a picture. I could blow this up, take a look at it. I could exit out of it. It's going to feel like your cell phone. So it doesn't matter if it's text, emails, videos, proposals, everything stored in one place. As a matter of fact, here's a video. I can actually open this up and play the video right then and there. It's that simple. Now, if I go back to the main screen and I hit that little DriveCentric logo, what I'm going to be able to do as a salesperson is very easily get in and access anything I want, from work plan to my appointments and even a dashboard for managers. Let's click on that dashboard. So as a manager, it's going to be very important for you to inspect what you expect, whether you're at the store or not. You can see how many appointments you had for the day. We can even click into those 28 appointments and see what's going on. How many showed, how many didn't show. Are we doing a good job confirming appointments? It's all going to be right there. I can see activities, videos, delivery photos, all in one location. So let's look at a customer's record here. Raul, the thing that we want to always make sure that we have is a simple tool for your salespeople to call, text, and email. All of these are built within DriveCentric. It's very easy to do any of those and actually use voice recognition. Now, because of the importance of video, it's going to be very important to have video accessible right there at your fingertips. We were the first CRM out there built video within the platform, so people can not only shoot a video, but now they can do live streaming. So people are doing virtual trade appraisals. Stores are looking to do F&I remotely. But conversational commerce is about being in front of the customer sometimes. You don't have to be physically in the showroom. That's what Live Rooms is. But how easy is it to shoot a video? I click on video, I hit take video, and voila, I'm taking a video. We want to talk about things like filters, make it super easy for your salespeople to have fun with the customers. That's one of the things we're able to do. If I want to be a cowboy, I can. But just to record a video, watch how easy this is. I hit this little red button right here, and now I am sending a video to the customer. I could actually pause it, and I can reverse it. Now I can record and show that I have a car on my desk. Those are always great. Once I'm done, hit stop. That video is compressed, and now I can send that via email or text as long as that customer is opted in. It's that simple on the mobile app. Now let's go back to the desktop. Now on this desktop view, it's going to be very important for managers to be able to go in there and coach and be in the game with their salespeople, because customers are buying a car faster than ever. Now, just like what I showed you on the mobile app, this right here is a store's pipeline. If you want to see what a salesperson's pipeline looks like, I just click on an associate right here. I could pull up Tom Jones, and this is what the salesperson would see logging in as Tom Jones. But you as a manager can coach from right to left. So Tom's got 7 cars out. Great job. He has 9 cars that are sold that are pending. Those could be your ordered vehicles, your locates, your pending finance. Let's help Tom push those cars across the curb. Then you got those 62 customers that you desk deal. How do we move those through the pipeline and sell more cars? That's at the end of the day, what this pipeline should reflect to you is how and where should I focus on selling more cars? Now, one of the things we're going to talk about is conversational commerce. The biggest part of DriveCentric is being able to see these active conversations going on at your store today. And what I mean by that is if you dive into this conversation screen and ask yourself a question, how many customers are talking to our store right now today? The answer is you may not be able to know. But the average customer is needing to be replied to in less than 10 minutes. So we have to have our pulse on these customers to be better responders. Right now at this store, there's 186 customers talking to the store. Across the board, you can see who's talking to who, meaning Vanessa's got 13 customers talking to her right now. As a manager, I could dive in and look at all these customers' conversations, text, emails, videos. Everything is stored in one place. The other thing you're going to be able to see over here on the right side that's very critical is talk to the customers on their terms, not your terms. And what do I mean by that? We're giving you a bullseye on how every customer would like to be communicated. This customer likes email. If I click on this customer is your typical millennial and Gen Z, probably texting, because texting is the #1 form of communication. Now, down below here, we do have some nice pieces of tools that you're able to use inside the dealership and communicate with one another. I can go right here and click @Rocky, just like on social media, and say, hey, shoot a video for this customer, or I need numbers. But it is an internal note that stays inside the CRM. And then clicking on all these buttons, obviously being able to email, text the customers, obviously very important. Having the tools like emojis and GIFs, and yet be able to imitate your salespeople, all very critical. And then last but not least, we talked about video on the mobile app. Now you can send a video right here on the desktop by just clicking on that little red button, does a little nice little countdown. And now I'm sending a video. So let's talk a little bit about artificial intelligence. So one of the things that we built at DriveCentric is a deep learning neural network that is artificial intelligence. And what that means is it can have a conversation with your customers to tee it up and get rid of some of these crazy business rules we have, and let's just work on being better responders. Let the AI get the engagement and tee it up for your people. Now, if we look right here at this store, Katie, where you see is pink, is the artificial intelligence. She has 64 customers talking to the store right now today. Now, let's look at an example of what she's doing right here. A lead came in this morning at about 7:47. She reaches out, says, "Good morning, Ozzy. This is Katie Bishop at State Toyota. Is it okay if I text you?" So the customer, of course, says yes. And the customer says, "Do you have a RAV4 2022 hybrid in stock?" Now, part of this deep learning neural network we have is also going to communicate to salespeople appropriately when needed and help coach them. You can see here, the pink, she alerts Vanessa, "Hey, check the availability on this vehicle that this customer is interested in." How nice is that? So now that Vanessa got a push notification, but she replies back, "Thanks for getting back to me. How can I help? I'm not able to find anyone." So she's going to know that this is going on before the store is open and tee it all up for the person to be a better responder. And the customer says, okay. And look what happens. We made the phone call, and she also got back via text and sent some videos. But again, a lot of this heavy lifting is done by leveraging technology so your people can be better responders. All right, so now we wanted to go and show you the live dashboard, because one of the things we want to talk about with a sales process and conversational commerce within DriveCentric, it's very important to keep these metrics at your store open. So this is a live dashboard where you can see all your sales, all your opportunities right here in front of you. But some of the new metrics that we want to make sure we're always keeping in front of the managers are things like, okay, if I got this 49 internet leads, how many did we convert over today to get engagement? And engaged to visit, visit to delivered. So these are the metrics you want to see that keep the store moving forward. Now, next to this, this is brand new. This is a conversational responsiveness dashboard. Now, this is not an internet lead responsiveness dashboard. This is, if I text you, how fast do you reply back to a message? And that text could be an email. And we created a new term called fumble. So we can show you how fast your people are getting back to your customers, because it's going to be very important that we understand customers' behaviors. If a customer is texting and emailing, they're only going to give you about 10 minutes to get back to them. So this dashboard is measuring how fast you are responding to your customers, 0 to 15 minutes, etc. But this new term called fumble is when a customer is sitting in your digital showroom talking to your store, not being responded to. We're looking to keep your fumble rate less than 5%. And that's what conversational commerce is all about. Let's make sure when a customer is actively talking to your store, you're responding. You don't want to fumble. Last but not least, what I was talking about with personalized video, both from the desktop and the mobile app, there's 4 key opportunities that we're going to show you metrics to keep your store holding accountable on where and when they should be doing the video. When that internet lead comes in, let's send a video. Humanize car buying experience so they don't get that template. When you get that customer that's talking to you, send them a walk around video. If you have appointments for the day, we know that if you go out there and send appointments the day of the video, make that customer feel an onus to want to come to your store. Is going to be very important to those customers to show up. And then when the customer comes in and doesn't buy a car, that's what this visit not sold. Customer walks out of your store. As soon as they walk out, we should send a manager, TO, or salesperson thanking them for the opportunity. So hopefully they come back and buy a car. So this is a huge dashboard you'd have up inside your office to hold your store accountable. We're really excited to win these awards with Brian Passion at AWA. And one of the things we just want to inspire you to do is to reach out, pick up the phone, send us a text, please reach out to us so we can help educate your store to do a better job getting engagement, getting your people using the mobile app. Don't wait. People like Andrew Walzer took him 3 years to finally see the light and to go out there and to take a demo and finally implement DriveCentric. That's what it's all about, modernizing your business so you can engage your customers faster than your competitors. So thank you very much for this award, and we look forward to working with you all real soon.
I hope after watching that short video that you will be motivated to schedule a full demo of the DriveCentric platform. Let's be honest. Regardless how good your BDC is or your sales team, lead follow-up is always a challenge. No one likes chasing ghosts. Through automation and technology, DriveCentric can reach out to consumers who came in from email leads or text or phone calls and create engagement to, well, connect that hand raiser to a sales associate who's trained and eager to help them. And with a unified messaging platform and dashboard, managers can see how their team is handling those sales opportunities to increase effective communication and to get more appointments in the showroom. If you want more information on the platform, it's very easy. Just go to drivecentric.com. One of the benefits of hosting the AWA Awards each year is I get connected with great products that maybe I haven't heard about before, and SnapSell is one of those products. Dealers know that video is important in sales, marketing, and communication, but if most dealers were honest, well, the consistent video engagement process across all departments in their dealership isn't as good as they would like. And that's where SnapSell comes in. SnapSell's mobile app empowers every employee that interfaces with consumers with the power of video. It could be sales walkarounds or sales communication. It could be service techs showing the discovery of a vehicle on the lift. It could be just dealing with customer service issues or follow-up to create that wow impression with consumers. But think about it. The reason why dealers don't use video more often is their team isn't trained on how to stitch videos, edit videos, make a comprehensive or wow presentation. I mean, think about it. Yes, every iPhone has a camera and, well, takes great video, but you've seen how, well, unprofessional those videos could look. What about sales associates who want to market themselves on social media to build their own sales funnel? Again, don't you want professional grade videos with easy editing to create that wow experience on social media? Well, to do that consistently has been a challenge until SnapSell. And having a unified video platform for every employee to create professional videos and have those videos integrated in all the popular CRM platforms that dealers use, it, well, makes it a product that dealers need to know about. So let's take a look at some excerpts from the presentation that the SnapSell team did for this year's AWA Award review process.
Welcome to SnapSell, automotive's #1 video solutions. SnapSell is a fully interactive video solution, enabling you to easily record, send, measure, and humanize your messages. We bring dealerships and customers together so you can make more sales, increase upsell, and improve your CSIs in every department. How? Say hi and use our in-app editing for walkarounds and more, making it simple for you to create engaging, seamless, and fresh videos that grab your customers' attention. Keeping it professional but appealing to the customer, we brand all of your videos into your very own template, and it's interactive. Yes, customized calls to action enable your customer to contact you by one click of a button. Speed up that sale. Enter that VIN and give your customers more of what they want all at once by boosting your video with vehicle specifications, pictures, Carfax, and e-commerce gateways. We've got you covered. 99.9% delivery, so you never have to make the same video twice. We open the communication with unlimited SMS messages for immediate contact. Never miss an opportunity. We'll notify you in real time when your video has been watched or a call to action has been selected. SnapCell's ingenious reporting builds your data for your dealership and transfers any activity to your CRM. Your success is our mission. We are flipping the multi-point inspection for your fixed operations department around. The customer is no longer required to take time-consuming visits to your dealership or have confusing telephone conversations to discuss options and quotes. Welcome to MPI Express. SnapCell's MPI Express solution is a video MPI with e-commerce gateways and DMS integrations, making it simple, easy, and convenient for the service department to create and for the customer to select more work within minutes. SnapCell has recorded a 50% higher open rate than any other MPI software, creating higher margins for your dealership. MPI Express works by enabling you to preset your current MPI rules in accordance with the manufacturer's requirements, enabling the technician to show your customer each required, recommended, and okay work. Your customer receives the video in a seamless format with the ability to interact with their service advisor instantaneously. The customer approves work and can even pay through an integrated payment gateway via the video, all on their own device from wherever they are. And it doesn't stop there. We understand the customer wants a copy of the inspection, so we also attach an automatically generated full MPI inspection specific to the customer's vehicle in a PDF format. And to set your dealership up for success, our specialized reporting measures each line item that has been sold or selected to be approved for repair, easy for you to access at any time. SnapCell Live brings your showroom right to the comfort of your customer's own home in real time. Your customers can see a preferred vehicle from every angle, get essential information, and get their questions answered all from the touch of a button. SnapCell Live stands you out from the competition with its expert look and ease of use for both you and the customer. Set in a professional template for your dealership with no customer downloads, the ease of inviting more than 2 people into a conversation at any time, and with measured analytics. SnapCell Live adds proficiency to an already efficient experience for you, the dealership, and the customer. Modernize your customer's online buying experience by incorporating SnapCell's full 360 viewing platform. Our Snap 360 solution delivers the ultimate vehicle digital retailing experience to your website visitors, empowering them to explore the interior and exterior of a vehicle, viewing any part of the car from any angle, creating desire and leading to buying decisions wherever they are. Advanced reporting with the SnapCell app measures customer interactions, engagement, and leads, so you'll never be left guessing as to whether Snap 360 is working for your dealership. Start with Snap 360 today and bring your VDPs to life in less than 10 minutes from shoot to website upload. Stand out from your competition with automated welcome videos sent directly to your customers on their first inquiry with Auto Engage. This isn't any normal auto-responsive message that standardizes a generic message to all of your customers. This is something way more. With Auto Engage, this is your opportunity to show off your dealership's reputation, how approachable you are, your outstanding customer service, the services you provide, and encourage turning more of your leads into customers right from the very first message. This dealership delivers a video welcome message from the manager of the store, introducing themselves and welcoming them to their dealership, explaining the process, showing them the facilities that they will be able to enjoy as a customer, the service they will receive, and the process they can expect. The customer is wowed. They message you straight away. You've set the tone and built trust and transparency right from the first point of contact. We understand how operations within the dealership work, and our innovative solutions come from this experience. Your CRM and DMS integrations. We have partnered up with the top CRMs and DMSs to register all SnapSell activity in your customer notes efficiently. This makes it easy for you to see a SnapSell video, a connected live stream, an SMS conversation, even when a SnapSell was delivered and watched all in one place, aligning all of your dealership and customer interactions, ready for that sale. LeadVid automatically sends a notification directly to the salesperson's device each time they are assigned a new lead. The notification automatically lets you know the vehicle of interest and who the lead is. With a click, SnapSell opens and you are ready to shoot your personalized video. Best of all, the lead details are pre-populated, so really all you do is click, snap, send. Wherever you may be in the dealership, with SnapSell, we make sure you never miss an opportunity. SnapSell's integrations just keep growing, and we're keen to help you keep abreast of your social media strategy with Social Boost. We integrate seamlessly with social networks, including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, so you and your team can upload video content from SnapSell with a simple push of a button to your dealership business's pages. Feed your followers your dealership's personality. And if you think you need time, think again. Using Social Boost, any member of your team can create a quick, personable video with SnapSell, sent with one click. We will notify the business page owner, who will then review the video, approve and adapt the title where it will post immediately to the relevant page. Forget about downloads and uploads. Easy and simple is what we're all about. Claim back sound clarity by adding our revolutionary background noise reducing technology and keep the customer focused on the message you're delivering. SnapSell have teamed up with Dolby to combine using their artificial intelligence to detect what is background noise and what noise is intended within our video technology. This then filters out the background noise, which is then sent to us via our video file with cleaned up, clearer audio. All of this happens within seconds. The video is then sent off to the customer in the usual way for a crystal clear experience. At SnapSell, we pride ourselves in delivering solutions that work for you and your dealership without compromising the customer experience. We want you to maximize every opportunity. Introducing AutoStitch. AutoStitch is an easy-to-use addition to the SnapSell app. Simply record a quick and fresh introduction, as we know personalization to the customer is everything.
Hi Greg, hope all is well. Last we spoke, you were considering getting into the new S-Class. With your lease renewal due in about 60 days, I thought now would be a great time to share this video from Mercedes-Benz. Take a look.
And with a click, select a pre-existing video stored in your library. Close with a response to the customer and your own call to action. A complete video created in seconds that will change your sale. To make this solution even better, why not use the shared library within SnapSell? Yes, it gets easier. Within the shared library, anybody in your store can record a video and upload it to the library for their team to use. This is a great addition to complement AutoStitch, adding proactive engagement with your customers. Seamless, effective, quick engagement. Welcome to the evolution of smart walk-around videos. Welcome to SnapCell's VideoBot. Hassle-free and made within seconds, SnapCell have introduced innovative technology so you can create a walk-around video of a vehicle without the physical walk-around. I know, right? How? We take your inventory and with our ingenious technology, stitch each vehicle picture together to create a high-grade perfected video, mirroring a walk-around for your customers. It's time-saving, but with the same effect. Now your team can create the perfect engaging scenario with their customers, while still keeping the personal touch that your customers love with no fuss.
I hope you see, after watching this short excerpt from our presentation, the power of video, mastered through the SnapCell mobile app, can transform the way you do business. We all can admit that getting a personalized video response from a lead instead of a basic generic text message is more powerful. You know that consumers are wowed when a service technician sends them a video explaining what they're recommending as a repair versus a phone call. Video is powerful in marketing, communication, and retention. That's why I think dealers need to get a full demonstration of the SnapCell technology. So, what are you waiting for? Go to snapcell.us and book your appointment today. I'm very excited to have Interactive Tel in consideration for an AWA award this year because their platform not only has significantly improved and expanded its scope and vision, but it's really perfectly timed to the needs of dealerships today. Interactive Tel, some of you may think, oh, that's the call monitoring company or that's the call platform. But we all know that consumers are communicating with dealers not just by the phone and email, but through texting and messaging. But how does a dealer know if the calls, texts, chats, and emails coming in are being handled properly? How do we measure the success of our agents to handle those difficult situations across all these channels? And the Interactive Tel platform solves this problem by using technology and AI to convert those text messages, call recording, chat messages, email messages into a comprehensive dashboard that can alert managers when there's a problem to make sure that customer service levels are being met. And more importantly, see which marketing channels are generating the most sales opportunities. We've been working with the Interactive Tel team to have greater integration into Google Analytics, better transparency and opportunities to determine which campaigns are creating sales opportunities and which campaigns are creating service opportunities. The platform continues to amaze. Intelligent call routing, intelligent call recording, diagnostics, and alerts. I could go on forever, but tell you the truth, you need to see the full presentation. But let's take a look at the excerpts from this year's AWA submission that highlights the best features of the Interactive Tel platform.
You know that conversations with customers drive your automotive sales and service business. But did you also know customer interactions contain a wealth of actionable data that can fuel your growth? For the first time, you can tap into this business intelligence with the Interactive Tel Smart Communications System. Our AI-driven, cloud-based solution delivers communications, call tracking, call recording, live transcription, conversation analytics, and dynamic number insertion. that give you unprecedented real-time insights into customer interactions so you can improve service and sales for your auto dealership. Let's take a look under the hood, starting with the InteractiveTel Proactive Dashboard. Our dashboard is the only one on the market that updates and interacts with your team in real time. Your dealership's owner, general manager, sales, and service managers now have instant information to stop service issues from escalating and seize sales opportunities. Need to record calls? InteractiveTel's Total Track system does that and more. Total Track leverages our conversation analytics to transcribe and analyze calls in real time. It measures voice inflection and sentiment and assesses key sales and customer service characteristics, such as product and support trends, missed opportunities, and buyer intent. InteractiveTel's conversation analytics platform uses AI to detect specific keywords and phrases you define, and then it delivers real-time email or text alerts to managers so they can intervene when customers are unhappy or help sales reps close deals. Check out this demo of InteractiveTel's conversation analytics detecting keywords and sending alerts in real time.
We're in my account and we're going to make a live call. I'm going to call the dealership and I'm going to ask about a car on their website. Hi, thank you for calling Smith Chevrolet. Can I help you? Yes, I'm calling about the Corvette you have on your website. It's a blue Corvette. It's a 2021, and I'd like to talk to somebody in sales to get a price on it. So you see, I mentioned sales, I mentioned the blue Corvette, and because my keyword is Corvette, on my phone I immediately got the same information in real time. Now watch what happens. I'm gonna close out of this for a minute and watch how it builds during the conversation. So you can see at this point all the information about the call is here. Because I mentioned price is too high, I mentioned Parkway, Corvette. So part of this conversation triggered the alert. So let's go back in and take a look at that alert. So this is my cell phone. Open up the alert now, and now you see it's starting to build everything. So as the conversation continues, the alert will continue to build.
InteractiveTel's Proactive Dashboard also provides minute-by-minute reporting on performance of service, sales, and marketing calls in your organization, including inbound calls, outbound calls, abandoned calls, appointments set, missed opportunities, and more. Plus, auto dealers can gain even more insight into the success of their marketing and advertising campaigns. InteractiveTel picks up where Google Analytics stops to calculate true campaign ROI. We assess conversion costs of booked appointments from inbound sales calls and set up conversion threshold alerts to notify managers if campaign performance wanes. That means ad spending can be optimized without waiting for a monthly report. InteractiveTel also offers department-specific leaderboards to track sales and service call metrics at a glance and compares the performance of your sales and service agents to identify best practices and training opportunities. With our hosted phone system, you get our full suite of telephony services, including call tracking, click-to-call conversation analytics, and real-time alerts. Our intelligence platform can also integrate with any hosted or on-premises PBX. Got mobile workers? No problem! InteractiveTel offers the only standalone mobile app that allows them to make and receive calls and texts and get real-time alerts, even using their personal devices. The app seamlessly integrates with your CRM to record all calls and track all data, so you can capture 100% of incoming and outbound calls and texts for total accountability. InteractiveTel also integrates another unique solution called Beacon, which allows agents at business development centers to make and take calls using local store phone numbers. Plus, they can log call information in local stores' CRMs. Beacon lets you localize service and optimize staffing. Unlike other solutions on the market, InteractiveTel's smart communication system is much more than a phone system with call recording. It's a business intelligence engine for your auto dealership. Take it from these satisfied auto dealerships.
Validating all of the services that we use from phones, from getting a new phone to getting new hire, to getting all of our services to work with all of our other vendors like CRMs, our mining tools and stuff like that. Putting all of that stuff together along with some of the features with live analytics, that's helped us big time. The ability to see anything and everything to the point where helping me create a culture where someone messes up on a phone call, they actually come to me now because of the alerts that we get live. They'll let me know, boss, I messed up on this call and I need this XYZ before I even see the alert. Sometimes they tell me before I see the alert, which is great. So the culture that it's brought to the table is big. The results you've seen is 1 in 3. So based on the total call volume, we're selling 1/3 of what's actually being called in. Why? Because we have total visibility of what's going on. So before the call can go south, or before the call or the opportunity can be mishandled, we're definitely on it, and we're definitely getting more involved in the right times. Instead of waiting until the next day or the day after that, and then we finally see it, we're able to save a lot more deals at this point.
The biggest added value that we've seen in our stores is the ability to monitor and listen to phone calls across our platform. When we first started with InteractiveTel, I believe we had 14 or 16 stores. We now have 50, and InteractiveTel has been able to expand with us, allowing us to, again, to monitor and listen to phone calls, make sure that we're doing the best job that we possibly can on the phones with our customers. And that's really where the biggest value has been with InteractiveTel and the Napleton organization. The biggest challenges that we had with our other platforms is we had to individually log into each one of those locations. We only could listen to tracked calls, meaning 1-800 number calls. With InteractiveTel, we're able to listen to all calls across our stores, including their main lines, service extensions, parts, sales, finance, even our main offices. So that's been the biggest value added. The biggest results that we've had is we're utilizing the InteractiveTel platform to monitor our sales managers' calls. And by doing that, we then incorporated a grading scale on those calls, and we send those calls to the general managers of each location twice a week. That comes directly out of InteractiveTel. The general manager listens to those calls with his teams of sales managers, and because of a result of that, our sales managers have become phone experts and have increased our sales. And during a pandemic, we have actually increased sales and had record month after record month after record month.
So since switching to InteractiveTel, what we've really seen is a decrease in the amount of time it takes to search for a call, search for individual activity by a sales agent, look at the return on campaigns that we're running. It's just made it a lot easier to not have to search in between the CRM and 2 other different vendors just to go find one call recording. It's all in one place. So with our prior vendor that we had before InteractiveTel, I would only be able to look at a certain number of calls per page. I wasn't able to search by a keyword, so if that customer had called in and didn't use a call tracking number, I wasn't able to go find that recording, and then now it's stuck to a he said, she said, versus now with InteractiveTel, every inbound call is recorded, whether it's on one of my local numbers or not. If it hit my phone system, I have a record of it, and it makes my life a lot easier.
Ready to get smart? Contact InteractiveTel for a demo today.
Call recording, call coaching, call tracking. A lot of people can do that. But when you think of all the ways in which InteractiveTel can help diagnose, support, and alert when consumers use other channels like text and messaging and email, well, the fact that this platform integrates into every CRM and many DMS platforms makes it a valuable communication hub for the dealership, and more importantly, your best friend in making sure customer service and every sales opportunity is fully satisfied. So if you need more information on the platform, well, it's easy. Just go to interactivetel.com. It's great to see ActiveEngage submitting their managed messaging platform this year for consideration of an AWA award because the product stands out from other choices that you may have seen in this product preview this week. There are many products that use AI to supplement labor forces to create more sales opportunities, but ActiveEngage is a no-bot shop. That's right. Their automotive platform with probably the deepest integration into digital retailing, CRM, and scheduling tools allows dealers to provide well-trained, real people to answer the questions that consumers have about their business across sales and service. And I love this platform because with the deep integrations, with the scheduling tools, with the digital retailing tools, it gives dealers the confidence that the agents can directly schedule or directly set an appointment without creating a disappointing experience for the consumer. But don't take my word for it. Let's see how ActiveEngage is using real people with their advanced automotive messaging technology to create a better service and sales experience at your dealership.
At ActiveEngage, our motto and belief has always been, people buy cars from people.
While innovative tech enables and enhances the experience, it's human connection, trust, empathy, and reassurance that builds relationships and makes the sale.
Because our focus is on human connection, the people we hire to represent your dealership matters a great deal.
We have strict hiring guidelines and rigorous training that our teams are required to complete.
Some of the traits we look for in our customer engagement experts, or Cs, include adaptability, customer service experience, grammar and typing skills, patience, and a willingness to learn. Once hired, new Cs must complete 4 weeks of thorough training and job shadowing.
This is a crucial make or break period for new hires. This period may filter out some candidates who aren't ready to uphold our high quality standards. Once our Cs complete training, they go on to have an average tenure of 2+ years, allowing them to become true experts in our approach and vehicle knowledge.
We also have ongoing training and track the progress and quality of each C's chat performance. We have dedicated experts that regularly review transcripts to make sure our standards are upheld and also identify trends.
We use these transcript reviews to understand the needs of car shoppers and apply our findings to our ongoing training. All of these measures are how we achieve our average chat-to-lead conversion rate of a whopping 80%,
with 20% of those converting to in-store appointments.
Though people are our biggest asset and advantage, we can't forget about our messaging software that powers our conversations.
Our proprietary software was built and is maintained in-house. As markets change, we are able to quickly enhance it to accommodate the needs of agents, dealers, and the customers today.
Some of our standout automotive-specific features include
chat queues, so different sources of conversations can be handled appropriately. Pre-read customer responses. Co-browse and click path navigation. Dealer notes, Carfax reports, and vehicle research. Conversation history, so consumers never have to start over. Remote video test drives. And reporting and analytics.
Our solutions range from 24/7 fully managed messaging to flexible co-managed options to self-managed chat for those who want to handle conversations in-house. We work with everyone from OEMs to major dealer groups to individual dealerships and even other automotive vendors.
We're co-opted and certified by every digital program and have exclusive partnerships with massive companies like GM, AutoNation, and most recently, Cox Automotive.
These major partners and clients have extensive security requirements and high expectations that get passed down to the rest of our deserving dealers who reap the benefits.
Quote, all 29 of our Fred Beans locations use ActiveEngage and deploy their best practices. Because of their excellent services and support, we're seeing 1,250 plus more qualified leads per month across our entire group. 25% of those leads result in in-store sales appointments. We believe these numbers directly reflect their quality of conversation and human approach.
ActiveEngage's managed messaging and behaviorally relevant active target offers are perfect for engaging our online shoppers while our teams concentrate on in-store customers and processes.
We offer several ways a dealership shopper can start a conversation, all of which follow OEM compliance.
We can customize the type of graphic, the placement, verbiage, and colors as long as they fall within your manufacturer's guidelines.
Your dedicated customer experience team member will be happy to assist you with finding the best combination of graphics and placements to maximize your results.
One unique way to engage customers is through inline chat, which is available on SRPs and VDPs.
We work with website providers like Dealer.com, Synchro, and Dealer Inspire to get an even clearer picture of where a shopper is in the buying process.
When a shopper loads a chat using one of these entry points, specific vehicle details are relayed to the messaging agent, which saves everyone time.
Car shoppers can engage with your dealership through a variety of channels beyond your website. SMS, Google, Facebook, OfferUp, and AutoTrader are just some of them. We focus not just on getting lead information,
but on building a relationship that makes the customer more likely to do business with your dealership, now and in the future. We can send Carfax reports, vehicle research, specific pages, credit applications, trade tools, service schedulers, and review requests directly within a conversation.
Our expertise, intuition, and deep insights allows us to guide shoppers further down the funnel and gather the details that make deals even easier to close.
Speaking of details, have we mentioned data-wise analytics in our customer journey transcripts?
We reference a data repository to verify and expand upon the contact information we collect from your shoppers.
If the lead matches the database, you'll get additional insights like vehicle information, household details, demographics, and sometimes even social media profiles.
Plus, the shopper's chat transcript and other relevant details will also be readily available, making lead follow-up for your BDC or sales team a breeze. Our partnerships and integrations are another big factor which enables us to have dynamic conversations that benefit both customers and dealerships.
Our growing list of partnerships and integrations is quite extensive and positively affects all aspects of a dealer customer's journey.
A major industry focus right now is online car buying, and our latest partners include Darwin Automotive, Roadster Express, CDK Connected Store, Cox Automotive's Accelerate My Deal, Modal, and ShopClick Drive.
Our research shows that shoppers have a higher success rate using these platforms when they have a guide by side to answer any questions and reassure them as they move through the complicated buying process. Because of the events of the past couple years, Fixed Ops is another department we'd like to spotlight.
Our background integrations with service schedulers like Xtime, Time Highway, Dealer Socket, and GM OSS
allow us to set concierge service appointments within a messaging conversation. However, we don't just set appointments for your digital customers, we improve show rates and increase repair orders by 30% on average.
Unlike other providers who claim to have similar abilities, we can actually leverage their systems to remind customers about the services they're due or overdue for.
It's these small details that have a major impact on revenue and customer loyalty.
To summarize, ActiveEngage's well-trained people, automotive industry insight, and variety of partners and integrations makes us the leading conversational commerce solution for dealers.
The personal attention you receive as a client from your own account manager enhances the results you'll see. Not only do we get the best results and increase revenue across profit centers,
we establish lasting relationships,
boost CSI scores, and improve customer loyalty.
If you love the no-bot philosophy of ActiveEngage and want quality sales reps integrated into your digital retailing tools, into your service scheduling tools, I encourage you to visit ActiveEngage.com and schedule a demo today. Rusty West and the team at MarketScan have built an amazing product to meet the needs of today's automotive retailer. The MScan API is an application program interface, a digital interconnect that digital retailing tools, advanced automotive advertising platforms, and OEMs can use to get penny perfect payments, accurate and fundable, the complete story to tell consumers about the affordability of any vehicle that they choose in real time. You see, it's not easy to present an accurate, fully fundable payment to consumers because, well, some platforms just estimate taxes, or some platforms just estimate if a rebate could be applied, but not with the MScan API. The MScan API is an advanced tool that could power advertising in online ads like on Facebook or Google to match the payments on a website. It can be used to fuel advanced digital retailing tools to provide the accurate information that dealers need to confidently fund and contract a deal online. So let's take a look at the highlights of the AWA presentation from the MarketScan team regarding their MScan API platform.
Hey everybody, Rusty West here for MarketScan Information Systems. Really appreciate you carving out a few minutes to visit with me today so I can show you a little bit about our automotive payments as a service platform, MScan API. MScan API is designed to provide scientifically perfect solutions for any conceivable automotive transaction. There's a big difference between those and a penny perfect payment, which we hear a lot about today in the industry. Scientifically perfect solution is the very best fundable, defendable, and transactable penny perfect payment. If we're not using a scientifically perfect solution to meet our customers' needs, we're either charging them too much for what they're driving, they're either driving a lesser vehicle than what they could afford, or they simply pass on the transaction because the budget, it doesn't fit their budget. And as a dealer, if we're not taking scientifically perfect solutions into consideration, we're invariably losing profit or missing opportunities. For the technology providers that are out there, having a partner that can provide those scientifically perfect solutions on the fly with very little effort on your part to implement is absolutely key to provide the industry what's truly required. If you look at this map that I've got up here, this gives you a little bit of an idea of the coverage that MarketScan has. Our MScan API, Automotive Payments as a Service platform, is powering well over 10,000 dealerships across the country. And we calculate on average over 250 million payments, scientifically perfect solutions every single day. In fact, I've got a ticker here that I use that keeps me on track because I tend to talk too much. In a minute and 52 seconds, we've calculated almost 80,000 payments and a little over 5 billion this year. So I'm going to show you really rapidly what goes into these payments. There's all kinds of different classes of data. There's the consumer, which is the wallet card. There's the manufacturer, the lender, the municipality, and the most overlooked class in the space is the dealer class. So we can track the terms and conditions under which each participating dealer is willing to transact into consideration, and we can make sure that they're accurately represented every step of the way for the consumer's journey. That way your customers aren't quoted a payment that's not your payment your way, which means you don't have a mess when they come in and make that clicks to bricks transition into the showroom. So everything I'm going to show you is powered completely by our MScan API product. Some of it's just propped up as demos to showcase different types of calls. Some of them is our spin of the user interface, but as a technology company, they can use any user interface they want. So this is a demo rooftop. Think of it as MarketScan Motors of Camarillo, California. I've got almost 1,200 vehicles in inventory. I've got different quoting rules set up for my inventory. I've got different fees that I charge. On new leases, I charge a $100 doc fee and a $100 test fee, but I collect them in different places. I also have a bunch of lending institutions I'm signed up with, but I'm signed up with my captive lender plus 5 or 6 different lending institutions. I have bank fees that I can mark up, and there's 10 or 12 lenders that allow you to do that. And I've selected the maximum markup for those bank fees, right? I didn't set up rate markups. I'll take flat, but I didn't want it to get too complex. And then I also have all the switches and levers for calculation settings that parallel my CDK, my rentals, my DealerTrack Arcana, Dealer Built, whatever DMS you're using. That way the payments that we calculate are identical to the payments that the dealership will calculate in the finance office when they go to contract and deliver the vehicle. So what we end up with is an environment where we can do several things. One of them is we can take some very basic information and we can provide some very detailed results. If I take a 2022 Ram, which is one of the 1,200 vehicles I've got in inventory, and I grab this 1,500 quad cab Bighorn, right? I'm just going to copy the VIN, and then I'm going to show you a very simple website that we propped up. Now, this isn't a product that we sell, but it's designed to showcase the power of one of the most popular automotive payments as a service API calls that our technology partners utilize. So let me put this VIN here, and then we look it up. It knows that it's a Ram 1500 quad cab Bighorn, 6 foot 4-inch bed and all that stuff, 2-wheel drive. That's not magical. It's not just decoding a VIN. What it did is it reverse looked up that VIN in our ecosystem, and it knows everything about that dealer. So when I go to calculate payments, all I need is a scenario. The scenario that I've got is 4 different amounts of cash and 4 term for lease, 4 cash and 4 term for finance, and a cash purchase option with the dealer in 93012 zip code, which is where I'm sitting right now. I set the customer zip the same, 720 credit score, 12,000 miles a year. The system has just calculated every lending institution program available for every one of these options from every lender that Market Scan Motors has available for their customers. So it might not just be the captive. They might be signed up with Ally Financial, US Bank, a bunch of credit unions. It doesn't matter. We track all of the information for all of them. And that's how we're able to determine the scientifically perfect solution, which is that best fundable and defendable penny perfect payment. In this particular scenario, if I look at 36 months, $1,500 up front, Chrysler Capital's got the best program, and it's $593 a month. Now, we took everything into consideration. So there was $1,500 cash. There was $2,000 worth of rebates, which were a 22CN1R rebate, which is a truck month program of $500, and then a California BC bonus cash of $1,500. We also have a bunch of other things that we need to get right? Like our inception fees. The inception fees were made up of a first payment of $553 plus tax. Now, this tax is based on the exact location of the customer. We have every inch of the country mapped out. So I've got a $593 a month payment, including the tax. There was no security deposit in this transaction. There was a $668 registration fee, and there was a test fee that I had as $100. But I told it, collect that in the inception fees, and it's taxable. Collect the tax and the inception fees too. The doc fee I collect in my cap, and I'll show you that in a second. Now, this $668 registration fee is made up of all of these elements. We have this level of granularity when required for every inch of the country. If I look at the rest of the program, it's a 52% residual value, but it's 12,000 miles a year, which is a low mileage lease for Chrysler. They give us a 2-point bump, which is $913. So our total residual value is $24,675. Super low money factor, 0.0002. And we didn't mark that up. So the whole rest of the structure is here, including that $100 doc fee that we said, hey, we want to collect that in the cap cost, and it's taxable. Put the tax on that in the cap also. What else we can do, which is really interesting, when we talk about scientific precision, I want to look at a different vehicle. Because in that particular scenario, Chrysler Capital had the best program. We'll look at a Toyota Tundra, 2022, and I've got a couple of them in inventory. I think I'm gonna grab this 4-wheel drive one right here. Let's copy that, and then let's paste that over here. Again, it's reversed, looked it up, it knows everything. I'm gonna calculate it. All right, so 36 months, $1,500 up front. The cheapest monthly payment is Ally Financial at $713.96. Ally has a cheaper monthly payment than Toyota on this particular vehicle. Completely different structure. Ally has a different calculation, but all of the terms and conditions under which the dealership is willing to transact were taken into consideration. So very similar. Now I can take this and I can pass the baton to any API technology or any technology that uses our MScan API product. Our desking tool uses it, so it pops up, right? And actually the transaction's right here, right? So if I look, here's my $713.96 payment that I quoted a minute ago. And all of the information that was shown in the little demo app is in our desking tool. This is where it gets interesting. That's $713, sorry, let me clear this pop-up. That $713.96 per month payment was not the cheapest payment. The cheapest payment is $60, almost $60 a month cheaper, and it's a credit union. But we didn't quote our customer that because we're not signed up with it. Ally was the best lender I was signed up with. The best Toyota Financial Services payment is $40 per month more than my Ally payment. So that in a nutshell is how we take a penny perfect payment and make it better by almost $100 a month. Applying science, technology, and data to transform the industry is what we do. And without this type of analytic, it simply isn't good enough. Thank you for spending time with us today, and maybe we get to see you at NADA.
Using the MScan API, creative digital retailing developers can really ensure that they can present the best deal for consumers that even their own F&I manager wouldn't be aware of. Going to the trim level and looking at all current rebates and incentives, taxes and fees gives dealers the confidence that their tools that they're using in the showroom or online are giving them a competitive edge. If you are building digital retailing tools, if you are an ad agency looking to create unified messaging on pricing across all ad platforms, I encourage you to reach out to the MarketScan team and learn more about the MScan API. Just go to marketscan.com. When I first saw M-Scope from MarketScan, my mouth just dropped. Why? Well, it's an amazing tool for OEMs to make sure that they have a competitive edge for all the models and markets that they serve in a fast and easy way. Let me explain. Consumers seek out the affordability of vehicles in their local market, and often rebates and incentives play a big part of that decision matrix, and OEMs know it. They spend billions of dollars a year on rebates and incentives. But what if OEMs want to buy up market share in a specific model class? Or what if OEMs want to increase market share in specific regions in the United States? Well, in order to do that, they're going to need to know what other OEMs are doing in those markets. They're going to need to know what other bank and lenders are offering consumers on, well, competing financial models. And this is where the product shines. By looking in real time, OEMs can determine what rebates and incentives would make the end result payment to consumers competitive against models that they want to grow market share against. And this is amazing because with the millions of data points at every zip code, with every lender, with every competing OEM, well, this is an amazing tool to do precise targeting on price and, well, helping OEMs to build market share. It's an amazing platform that we wanted to include in this year's AWA Awards because most OEMs are doing this manually. That's right. With today's massive data warehouse that MarketScan provides, OEMs could do in seconds what took hours in the past. Throw away all those spreadsheets and work with a real-time tool that can do what-if scenarios to really create precise targeting. Well, don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at how the team at MarketScan is innovating ways in which OEMs can better target with precise offers and rebates to grow market share and dominate the competition.
Hi, everybody. Rusty West from MarketScan here. I appreciate you taking a little bit of time to visit with me today. We're going to show you a product that we've created called MScope. And MScope is an analytic product designed to help manufacturers get the most out of their rebate and incentive spend. So as I run through it, I'd ask you to take into consideration a little bit about MarketScan just as a whole. I've got a little timer here that I'm going to start that'll help keep me on track. And it's kind of entertaining to watch because every 10 seconds it'll update and it'll show you the number of payments we calculated since I started talking. So far today, as an organization, we've calculated a little over 200 million consumer-facing payments. And we calculate over 5 to 6 billion payments every single month. We're powering a little over 10,000 rooftops across the country. Right now, at the time of this recording, is 10,716. Through this process, we calculate what we call scientifically perfect solutions for any conceivable automotive transaction. And those have to take everything into consideration. All the consumer information, all the manufacturer information from rebates and incentives, and all the information about the different vehicles, all of the lending institution information for lease, finance, balloon note programs for new and used cars, and also all the municipality information and how transactions are taxed in the various markets for the various types of transactions. We also have to take into consideration the terms and conditions under which every participating dealership is willing to transact. That's the only way we can get a scientifically perfect solution for any conceivable automotive transaction. Now, when we take this, what we call automotive payments as a service technology, and we apply it towards analytics, it gives us a completely different view of the world. And it puts the manufacturer in a position where they can look at the market through the eyes of a consumer, meaning how much is this vehicle going to cost me? How much upfront and how much a month for how many months? So if we proceed under the assumption that a consumer is going to be happy with 2 or 3 or 4 different types of vehicles, which the younger generation is, there's very little brand loyalty, then what influences their behavior is the financial package. And if we want to influence a consumer's behavior and guide them towards our products versus the products of those products of our competitors, we need to position ourselves financially in a method that gets us in front of the consumer for the right price. We need to do that in a way where we don't overspend. To put it kind of super easily, if I'm $300 a month cheaper than all of my competitors, I'm going to get all the business. But I'm paying way too much for that business, and I'm either going to lose a tremendous amount of profit, or maybe I just go broke, right? The flip side to it is if I'm $300, $400 a month more expensive than everybody else, I'm probably not going to get any of that business. So the goal is to price ourselves exactly where we need to be. And that pricing varies based on the vehicles against which we're competing. And I'll show you that example in a second. So what MScope does is MScope takes absolutely every vehicle that we have in our lineup into consideration. I've got it up on my screen. And it lets us figure out, okay, we know that this particular trim competes against these different trims from different manufacturers. And we want to look at each one of those trims and figure out what are those payments, what's being presented to a consumer in real time, and how do we create programs as a manufacturer that will position ourselves right where we want to be positioned. So the approach that I took was I wanted to look at all new 2021 and 2022 Toyotas in the Atlanta area. And I have the competitive mapping set of 2021 and 2022 Toyotas as well. Now, those are basically the list of every trim, and every trim that each individual trim competes against from the other manufacturers. 30342 zip code is where I grew up. That's why I use that one. And if I take the analytic and I'm looking at lease, which is much more complex than a finance transaction, and I do a 720 credit score, I assume the customer's got 7% of MSRP for customer cash. I can put any number I want, or I can put a dollar amount in there. And I'm going to look at a 12,000 mile a year lease, which is the most common one that's quoted. And I'm just going to look at selling these vehicles at MSRP. I can tell the system that I want to look at Southeast Toyota Finance as the track lender. I want to see what Southeast Toyota Finance offerings look like against all of their competitors. And I also want to know if I want to modify that Southeast Toyota Finance offering down to the specific trim level, what precise modifications do I need to make in order to position myself exactly where I want to be positioned? When I ran this analytic, I looked at every lender. I didn't just look at the captives. There are hundreds of different lending institutions in the marketplace, and we're looking at all of them. So I've got all the captives and I got all the other banks as well. The reason for this is the captive lending institution doesn't always have the cheapest monthly payment. And if they don't have the cheapest monthly payment, if I target a payment that's not competitive, I'm going to be uncompetitive. So at the end of the day, what I said was, hey, I want to create programs that are $5 a month cheaper than my nearest competitor. It'd be the captive or it'd be any other lender. And if my payments are too high, I need to bring them down. I want to use a blend of 20% of the difference to come out of my rate or my money factor, 30% out of my residual value, and 50% out of my rebate. Now I can grab these and move any of these around if I want. So when I slide these pie slices around, the numbers will change. And I might have a different split that I want to use when I'm raising my payments, meaning I'm paying too much for it. And this is just the ones that I set up. I also put some guardrails. I don't want to rate less than 0. I don't want to add more than 5% to my residual value. And then maybe the max rebate I want to do is $5,000. Minimum rebate 0, minimum residual value 20%, maximum rate say 0.04 is a money factor, right? There's a bunch of other report settings. When I run this, the system spends 3, 4, 5 minutes running this report. I'm not going to do that now. I've already run it. And what happens is we end up with either an Excel spreadsheet, an HTML representation of a spreadsheet, or even a JSON object that can be imported into Power BI or Tableau or any other analytic tool that the manufacturer uses in order to do further analytics. And every one of these blue lines that you'll see, there's a whole bunch of vehicles and there's a massive report. I came down this Toyota Highlander because it's a fun example, but every blue line is a trim of a Toyota product. And the white ones underneath it are all the different vehicles against which that particular trim competes. And if we look, this $40,180 Highlander competes against all these other vehicles. We want to see where we are, but we need to see where we are relatively speaking, meaning we need to weigh it based on a variance in MSRP, because a $506 a month payment on a $40,000 car is different than a $506 a month payment on a $37,000 car. Just like a $531 payment on a $37,000 car would be different than a $531 payment on a $40,000 car. So we weigh it, meaning that this payment, if it was a $40,000 car, would be $571. Now, what's interesting, when we look over here, we see green and red. That's how I sorted the analytic. The green shows where we're most competitive, and the red shows where we're least competitive. So in this particular example, we're $64.60 per month, relatively speaking, cheaper than the best lender program out there on this Nissan Pathfinder, which is US Bank, which is cheaper than Nissan Financial Services, right? Conversely, on this Kia Telluride, US Bank also has the best program, which is interesting. Their weighted payment's $437.99, and we're almost $70 a month more expensive than the US Bank program on the Telluride. So these we're paying too much for. These we're paying the right amount for, these ones in the middle. And these we're missing the target, right? So if I want to know, how do I save my money? How do I, instead of end up with a payment that's this cheap, why don't I come in at $5 a month cheaper than this? And in order to do that, if I come over here, the system's going to tell me my target payment was $566.51, which is $5 cheaper than $571.51. We were able to get that $566 payment, right? No rebate. We used a 0.00147 money factor and a 58.4136% residual value. Now we can round these residuals to integers, but this just gives you the exact number, right? It shows us that our money factor went up 0.00026. Our residual went down 3.5 points. Our rebate stayed the same. We picked up $613.08 in rate and yield. We lost $1,441 in residual risk. So we can be $5 per month cheaper, relatively speaking, on this particular vehicle. And we pick up $2,054, which means we're paying $2,000 too much for this transaction. If I come down to the opposite end, this is the rate, this is the residual value, this is the change in yield and all that stuff. And I have to spend $2,500 in order to be $5 per month cheaper. So the goal is to buy the business for the exact right price. We can shift this money around and end up buying all these products and be positioned exactly where we need to be in the marketplace for the exact right price. And that is how we combine science, technology, and data to transform the industry. Thank you very much for watching.
Every year, thousands of dealers learn about the AWA Award winners. Many come to our award show. And of course, this year, with our product showcase, we're reaching more and more dealers. But here's what we do know. The OEMs love the AWA Awards because we bring to them new products that can serve their franchise dealer network. But this is a unique product. This is the first time we're showing a product that could benefit the OEMs and save them considerable time and money, and more importantly, give them a competitive edge. So for the OEM strategists, for the pricing managers, for rebates and incentives, check out MScope by going to marketscan.com. Was really excited to watch the Stella presentation to the AWA review team this year because, as I mentioned earlier in today's show, this is the first time we're really seeing concrete ways to measure the power of artificial intelligence. And Stella's platform is a perfect match for needs of dealers all across the country. And here's how it fills the gap. Every dealer knows that phone calls aren't being handled properly even today. That's right. Sometimes dealers wince at listening to how phone calls are handled, or more importantly, how many calls are not answered or sent to voicemail boxes where no one picks up. Stella steps in and helps dealers answer, sales, and service inbound calls with state-of-the-art automation to have conversations with customers, to book more appointments, to get them connected with the right people. You see, Stella started in service and is an amazing product to help consumers on that first call book their service appointment. Dealers were so happy they said, hey, we want to use Stella everywhere. And of course, the product has expanded now to serve all inbound opportunities for dealers. In fact, at the recent Automotive CXO Summit in Nashville, we had members of our group say, we love Stella, we're using it, it's working well. I want to encourage you to take a few moments to watch the highlights from this year's presentation by Stella to the AWA Review Committee, because I think every dealer needs to think about how they can use automation to fill the gaps to create a better experience for consumers who call their phones. Let's take a look at that video presentation.
My name is Hunter Swift. I'm the Vice President of Product for Stella Automotive AI. We are an artificial intelligence provider, but at the same time, we're pro-human. We are pro-BDC. We still feel that the best experience that you can experience is with a great customer service rep The problem is those people are really hard to find, and they can only take one call at a time. This is where we're getting into, the hold times, or you're not getting the great experience because they're so busy doing all these other things that they don't have time to really train and help people. I was actually talking to a BDC trainer last week, and he says, I come in with all these great call scripts and all these great ideas, and then I come in to actually hear them do it, and they're inundated with inbound calls, and they never get to actually use my call scripts. And so there's a huge opportunity that we see, and that's why we created Stella, and we feel that this is definitely fixing these problems. This is really a game changer because not only does it affect the customers and the customer satisfaction, but it's helping the dealerships be better operators, helping to be more efficient, and ultimately offering a better experience and setting more appointments. I'd like to introduce you to Stella and what she does. She is a AI virtual intelligent assistant, and she can do a lot of tasks. She has a lot of skills. So she can answer calls, she can route calls, she can take messages, she can book appointments, she can track phone call activity. There's really an unlimited amount of things that she can learn. And this is a product that continues evolving and learning in order to do more tasks. So if you're familiar with tools like Alexa or Siri that's on your phone, consumers are more adept to using voice to search for things or to do things. And if you remember when Alexa or Siri first came out, it could do very basic things like play a song or answer a specific question. Now you can do things from like ordering things on Amazon and doing all kinds of different things. And so that's just some examples of how AI is constantly evolving. It's learning, just like me and you learn, it's constantly learning, and we end up adding more and more tasks. There are some other AI products that are out there in the market. They might specifically focus on just setting service appointments, or it might just be more of a messaging chat bot. What we do is a lot more, and it's a lot more dynamic in regards to kind of the potential of what she can do. But with that being said, I'd love to just make a quick phone call to Stella to introduce you to her and show you specifically of what she can do.
Thank you for calling the Empire Subaru of Huntington Service Scheduling Center. I'm your digital assistant, Stella. I can book, change, or cancel appointments. How can I help you today?
Yes, I'd like to bring my 2019 Subaru WRX in for service.
Okay. Could you please state the approximate mileage of your vehicle?
I think it's about 10,000.
Okay. Please state your first name and then your last name.
Hunter Swift.
What type of service does your vehicle require?
It needs an oil change.
Thank you. Before we proceed, do you require any other services for your vehicle?
Actually, I have something in my tire that I need you guys to look at.
Okay, let's book your appointment. Will you be dropping off your vehicle?
Yes.
Please wait while I check our schedule. I have an appointment available tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. for drop-off. Would that be okay for you?
That seems a little early. Do you have anything a little later?
I have an appointment available tomorrow at 9 a.m. for drop-off. Would that be okay for you?
Yes, that will work.
Would you like to confirm your appointment for tomorrow at 9 a.m. for drop-off?
Yes.
We have successfully scheduled your appointment for tomorrow at 9 a.m. to drop off your vehicle. To help improve our service, we would like to get your feedback. How would you rate this call on a scale of 1 to 10?
Our next product, which is the product of service booking, which is the one that I just called and we interacted and listened to a couple clients. The goal of Stella is to handle all inbound calls, overflow calls, after-hour calls, and there we see a specific data on the time, the minutes, and the effort that we're taking. So just to give you kind of some examples in regards to our service booking tool. So it decreases the hold time, it increases the value of the BDC staff, because instead of them just doing those mundane things, right, they're now doing outbound efforts. And so majority of the dealerships that we talk to, centralized BDCs, 80% of their time is focused on inbound calls. So if we can take those, and we might not be able to handle 100% of those, let's say we even take a majority of that, that frees up the BDC to do that outbound effort. And so all of the people who've never been in for service, people who bought their car and hasn't been in for service, those who service but haven't been in service for a certain amount of time, or recalls, that's the stuff that they can focus on. So for one of the groups that we have a centralized BDC for 5 stores. Their first month, I think they started on the 10th. And so from December 10th through December 30th, for the group, they set 1,600 appointments. And so before we signed them up, we did a baseline of mystery shops and realized how much time was needed in order to get to a person, what was the hold time, and then how long did it take them to set a service appointment. And it was about 4 minutes. So we take the 4 minutes, right? We divide it by the 1,600 appointments in 60 minutes, and we save them like 93 hours. Another example is we had a centralized BDC. They have 18 stores going to a centralized BDC with 15 people. Their whole time was 4 minutes. And we asked them specifically, how many more BDC agents would you need to have to lower it to 1 minute? We also look at things in regards to like abandonment, because sometimes you might call and say, when is the next loaner? And they say it's 2 months. And they might say, yeah, that's too long, and hang up, right? So when you look at that, did Stella do a good job or not, right? It answered the question, but they didn't set an appointment. So there's a lot of these like skills that Stella is doing that is successful, that we're saving the dealership resources and time and energy that might not necessarily result to a booked appointment. And that's where we're teaching Stella to do more things, where there's these negotiations where if somebody says, hey, I want to cancel an appointment, it then says, okay, let's reschedule it. Or if it says, hey, this appointment's out too far, let me give you another option. So there's always these like additional dialogues. And so that's all data that we're capturing and analyzing to help make sure that we're providing the best information for Stella to continue to learn and to progress. And as I mentioned, anytime there's any type of issue, because if you've ever used Siri or Alexa and maybe there was some background noise or there was somebody that was talking next to you, you've already had things where they couldn't understand you, right? Imagine that with all of the different accents that people have. There are times where Stella messes up, and then we analyze that and then we teach it and say, how can we fix that? And so our AI actually is now looking at how to separate the person who's talking. It establishes that profile, and then anyone else that talks around them, it would recognize that that's somebody different than the person that's talking.
I hope you can see the power of Stella to transform the way in which your dealership serves consumers who call. Stella can be used as a backup or overflow for your BDC. It can be the primary scheduling tool for service and overflow to your live BDC. But most importantly, you have to test it. Start that again. I hope you can see the power of Stella to transform the way in which you serve consumers who decide to call your dealership. Stella can be used in conjunction with your BDC to handle overflow, or the opposite. Stella can be the first line of defense to route, record, or schedule those calls from consumers, and then, if there's an issue, route them to a live agent. Either way, you need to get a demo of Stella and talk to some of the dealers who are using this advanced technology. So, when you want to learn more about it, just go to stellaautomotive.com. The AWA Awards started in 2009 by reviewing automotive websites, and since then has expanded across many product categories. I'm so glad that AutoFusion decided to submit their advanced website platform for consideration of an AWA award. One of the things that we loved about the AutoFusion website platform is their advanced programming to handle inventory shortages. I wrote an article the other day that many websites fail to recognize that if a dealer doesn't have a specific model, it is being removed from the search engine in the website. That's right. If somebody was looking for a Honda Pilot and the dealer had no Honda Pilots, well, guess what? That option was eliminated from the search bar. What we loved this year is that consumers can custom order vehicles when there's no in-stock inventory. And by having that natively integrated into the consumer experience, it just means that less consumers were disappointed when they visit a dealer's website, when in normal times, they would have at least one of each model in stock. We also love the fact that the advanced intent engine would allow the website to be customized to returning customers or customer experiences customized based on the ad campaigns. And personalization has been talked around for many years, but we really like the philosophy that this website platform has in creating a wow experience that doesn't look like every other website platform. And of course, this year, competition in the website category is higher than ever because of the advanced needs of consumers who are shopping online for digital retailing or the integration of advanced communication tools. So let's take a look at the highlights from this year's presentation of their complete website platform.
AutoFusion is located in beautiful San Diego, California, and founded back in 1998, going on our 25th year in the digital space for automotive. We have over 2 decades of experience learning the ins and outs of automotive digital, and our core competency is building innovative website technologies and applications that put dealers first. We're a dealer-minded, dealer-focused company looking to give our partners a real edge in their markets. As a certified partner with Google and lucky enough to be recognized by AWA in the past, we are extremely excited for 2022 and the new features we're rolling out on our website platform. We continue to see dealers inundate their sites with tools from multiple vendors that aren't optimized for the challenges that COVID and the inventory shortage has presented us. To address this, we've built a single source solution that has native custom ordering, trade-in tools, digital retail, and messaging in one package. Dealers get to save money and have end-to-end visibility on what happens on their website. We may be smaller compared to the other providers in our space, but some of the largest dealers and the largest dealer groups leverage products built by AutoFusion. Being the size we are has its big advantages, one of which is the speed in which we can work. We're forward-thinking marketers and adjust to the changing times and opportunities, like our custom order enhancement built in under 30 days to quickly fill the gotta have it, need to find it solution that we got from our dealer partners. We work really hard for them and build a product to fit their market and their process. We go out of our way and incur the extra investment costs to have things built in-house. We build the tools our clients draw up and marry it to 7 days a week in-house support. Our support reps are people who know who you are when you call in for a true 100% managed solution for the dealers who want it that way so they can focus on their business. We are driven to have a fast and clear customer journey that's optimized around the main reasons people visit dealer websites: incentive and offer information, vehicle equipment data, and pricing data with payment information. Am I seeing the same offers and rebates that I've been hearing about from Tier 1 and Tier 2 on your dealer site? Does it feel or look like an OEM site? Once that trust and familiarity is built, then it's the car's the star. Can I quickly find if you have the car I'm looking for with the options and equipment that I need? Are you offering a fair price, and can I see if that payment fits in my budget? Is it easy to flow through that process and get those questions answered online? We carry those important details across the entire website journey and deliver that information as quickly as possible and as early in the process as possible. The backbone of our site is the intent engine that analyzes the consumer's visit. It analyzes over 100 different metrics and touch points, including referring site, buttons being clicked, pages visited, and more. This is a real-time determination of the most likely intents of the consumer and determines what content to display. All of this is done seamlessly and can work on every page to customize and fit dealer goals. This has profound effects on the SRP, by far and away the most important page on your website that too often gets overlooked. This is a speed comparison of a dealer group with 5 separate website providers that they tested. Our SRPs load faster, and there's really no comparison on how quickly filter changes update the results for this dealer. These are the small details that make for the best user experience with the most engagement. The benefit of this engine is twofold. When the consumer starts knocking down those dominoes on their selected path, not only are we feeding them dynamic content and keeping that message consistent, that's personalizing their experience, we're also looking at the next step and getting it loaded on deck, basically preloading it before they get there. That way, when the click happens, it's instant. In this example, you can see a $199 a month lease offer being sent out via email. Click here to save today takes the customer to the Civic SRP, where the intent engine lives and determines which offer to display. Are we showing no offer? Are we showing a finance offer? Or are we showing the $199 lease offer that matches the intent and the message that was sent to them? Another implementation for the intent engine is on the homepage. In this example, if a customer clicks on two distinct offers, it sends to the same page, but that same banner appears and reinforces the initial action. If I click on the 0.0 APR homepage banner, it takes me to the Rogue page with that offer attached to it. If I clicked further down the page and a $500 factory rebate seemed more appealing, that offer would follow me as well. One of the newest features to the AutoFusion website platform is search by payment on our SRP. We refer to this as DR Lite for stores that don't want a full-blown digital retail tool. What we've noticed about places like CarMax and Carvana is that they display relevant payment information without getting anything in return for the customer. There are no form fills in order to see pricing. 85% of folks that leave a dealer in a new vehicle or a new to them vehicle leave in some sort of payment structure. It's really important to them. Instantly filter down your entire inventory to a desired monthly payment, toggle between lease or finance, and select the down payment and monthly payment requirements, and watch the results instantly filter to fit their needs. There are several different utilizations for this. An SRP filter category, like you see here, we can introduce it into a homepage element or even a standalone page to drive traffic to. For dealers that choose to use our digital retail tool in conjunction with this, whatever parameters are selected here are carried straight into the DR experience. Our website native digital retail tool has in-site retailing capability from the SRP and the VDP. It's a site native tool that responds instantly with no load time. Consumers can customize lease and finance payments. Dealers can customize by adding accessories and F&I products, and there's no expensive third parties. Save money and consolidate your vendors. Our custom order tool keeps consumers on your own dealer website, so you can lead your market and retain the customers that your ad dollars bring in. With a personalized interface to fit your dealer's individual message, process, disclaimers, exclusions, and more, we get people to feel comfortable with the custom order process and connected to your dealership. Brand new for 2022, we are excited to announce Talk Express that brings the dealership experience online and allows consumers to communicate directly with your dealership through your website. Communicate with potential customers via video chat, audio chat, or text chat on any device and on any website platform. There are no apps to download, no plugins, and no form fills for the consumer. They get to maintain their privacy, and the dealer delivers the convenience and meets them where they are when they need help the most, the moment they're on your website. A virtual meeting happens instantaneously with no need to re-engage a lead and set up a follow-up meeting. Create a true virtual showroom with both variable ops and fixed ops opportunities. Use a computer workstation to create a virtual concierge, or your staff can download the Talk Express app and use their phone's camera to empower real-time interactions. The AutoFusion CMS is powered by the user-friendly WordPress, highly customizable with add-ons, themes, and templates that most agencies and dealers are already proficient using. We've overhauled much of the platform to make our sites extremely fast, with most pages loading in under 2 seconds. Our website platform is built from the ground up with SEO as a foundation. We support schema and rich snippet markup. We optimize the HTML code and segment the sitemap, as well as use AJAX content to build easy-to-crawl, easily indexed URLs. We also have full support of WordPress SEO platforms such as Yoast or whatever else your dealer is comfortable with. AutoFusion really has built an all-in-one solution to provide all the features a client would want on their website. Dealers that try to accomplish this using multiple third-party widgets slow down their website, break the user experience, and lose out on analytics. Plus, it's yet another vendor to manage and another invoice going out. AutoFusion provides dealers an all-in-one platform for a seamless customer journey, continuous analytics, and full control over the user experience. AutoFusion provides unparalleled performance confirmed by independent analysis and the best client support in the industry. Here at AutoFusion, we are determined to continue building a premium experience for both our dealer partners and their website visitors. Give us a call today and keep the focus on your dealership with AutoFusion.
AutoFusion's complete website solution is built on WordPress CMS. And as you know, WordPress is the most popular content management platform in the world. It's super easy to use. So dealers who are using this platform comment that it's really easy to add pages, make changes, or update their SEO structure because WordPress makes it that easy. With their intent engine and customizations to handle inventory shortages, along with their speed of loading and, well, wow designs, it's important that dealers who are looking for a different website platform to compete in a mobile-centric era should schedule some time by going to autofusion.com and get a full demo of their advanced website platform. It's great to have Talk Express in this year's AWA consideration set because more and more dealers are realizing that lead forms are dead and they need to move to conversational commerce. So how do you engage consumers who are on your website in a creative way? Talk Express is an application platform that doesn't need a mobile app. Any consumer who's on your website who wants to communicate with you can click a button and share screens, talk with a video, chat, or even use an audio line without any software to be loaded on their phone. Think of it as a mini Zoom meeting with or without video and allowing consumers to engage with your staff in real time. Here's what we know. When you offer consumers real-time engagement as compared to a lead form, you will double your sales opportunities. And Talk Express allows you to do that. Talk Express falls into a category like other chat and messaging products, but all in one with video, audio, texting, and chat. So when you think of an integrated website platform, it makes sense that AutoFusion would build a native product that would work well on their websites, but it can work on any website as well. So let's see some highlights from the Talk Express presentation to this year's AWA research team.
AutoFusion is very excited to announce the launch of our newest product, Talk Express, a product built to solve a crucial missing piece for auto dealers' online retail experience. Talk Express is the future of online communication by bringing the dealership experience to the customer no matter where they are. Dealers can now engage customers right when they need it the most, the moment they're on your website looking for help at making a purchase decision. Talk Express enhances all aspects of the website. It keeps the customer focused on the dealership, making it less likely they would go elsewhere to get the answers they need. Talk Express allows chat capability via video, text, or voice. It installs easily on any website and works on all devices. One of the most important aspects of Talk Express is that there's nothing needed for the consumer to do. There's no applications or plugins to download. There's no forms to fill out. They get to maintain their privacy, and the dealer can deliver the convenience of meeting them where they are at the time they're able to speak. There's no need to re-engage them and try to set up another time. Other features include call transfer to a different department, multi-party calls to add somebody to a conversation like a cosigner, call recording, and screen sharing so that dealers can walk customers through their site that need help and guidance. Transform your dealership website into your own virtual showroom. You can use Talk Express on a computer workstation as a virtual concierge, or your staff can download the Talk Express app and use their phone's camera to conduct real-time interactions. There are several use cases for Talk Express for both your sales and service department. Walk the lot in real time with the consumer on your phone. Do a virtual walk around of the exact piece of inventory with a real dealership employee. Your sales team can also answer questions about vehicle equipment and options, do a virtual trade-in appraisal, and deliver information on financing and warranties. For your service department, they can use Talk Express to increase service revenue by showing much-needed repairs, maintenance recommendations, and inquiries on parts and accessories. Help increase the number of consumers that get through your entire digital retail process by answering those tough questions when they happen. Dealers can integrate Talk Express on their website in several different implementations and placements. They can use pre-selected department call to actions on pages like the SRP, the VDP, and the service scheduler, so they can deep link visitors into the right department. They can also install on a more generic basis with a simple widget button or a call to action in the website header. If no department is pre-selected, a dialog box will ask the consumer to select one. If nobody answers or nobody is online, consumers can leave an audio message, a form message, or get a callback using a push notification. Talk Express comes with an easy-to-use back-end dashboard where dealers can log in to see call analytics and run reports. There are several different permission levels, so sales can have their own view and their own KPIs, and management has the ability to run reports from an entire dealer group all the way down to a specific agent level. Agents can easily manage and answer incoming chats via phone or computer. And dealers can decide to distribute chats via round robin or on a first-come basis. Talk Express is the future of dealership communication online. With Talk Express, you engage the consumer when they're ready to make a purchase decision, before they have a chance to look anywhere else. Keep the focus on your dealership with Talk Express.
Dealers who are looking to engage with consumers when they're actively shopping on their website to create a conversational commerce experience should know that Talk Express doesn't need any browser plugins, doesn't need any special apps, but enables your customers and your sales team to have one-on-one conversations in whatever mode they're comfortable with, video, audio, or texting. So if you need some more information on the Talk Express platform, just go to autofusion.com. Wow, what a full day of innovation and new products to serve the automotive community. If you're going to the NADA show in Las Vegas, you should know that on March 10th at 6:30, the live AWA award ceremony will be happening at the Aria Hotel and Casino. You can purchase tickets by going to awa.autos. to reserve your tickets. There's only a few tickets left. Over 200 automotive professionals will be coming to see who gets an AWA award and some of the special recognition, the disruptor, the innovator, and the coveted Vanguard Awards. Don't forget to follow up with any of the products you saw today and get a full demo. This is just a way to introduce products and give dealers some encouragement to consider changing their technology to help them sell more cars in a digital age. Don't forget, we have one more day. Tomorrow we'll kick off again for another demonstration of the best products serving dealers in the automotive industry. I'll see you tomorrow.